Yeah, hi there guys, and welcome to this demo of PixelModo. And what I'm going to do first is log in to the software, and that's the dashboard, and we'll have a look at that in just a moment. But I want to show you something really cool before we start, and that's the image grabber. So I'm in Google Images at the moment, and I've got the images sorted by labeled for reuse. So this is Creative Commons. And what I'm going to do now is right click, and I'm going to open the image inside the editor. So that allows me to edit this image, which happens to be a Creative Commons image, which means it doesn't have any copyright issues. So I can use it for my marketing purposes. And what you can do here, guys, you can add backgrounds. We'll have a look at that in just a moment. You can add filters, but what I want to show you now is another really cool feature, and that's the text and the quotes. So the software is actually connected with a database of quotes, and let me just search for something in the area of success, and let's look for something that's not too long, that's going to fit into this image. Go with this one here, and I'm just going to put it here on the side, and I can make it bold, and I can change the colors. So what do we go for? Something that's nice and bright for us, and I can have some shadows, and I can have it blurred as well. So I can do all of that, and then the other thing I can do is I can just add a normal text. I'm not going to do that now. I'll show this to you later on, but we'll get rid of that for now. But you can also add a filter to the entire image. So for example, you can add a color overlay like this. For example, let's find us something a little bit prettier like that, more subtle, and then you can darken the image as well, and you can blur it as well. You can saturate it and play around with the hues and the brightness and the contrast. So you can do all of that within the image, and then once you sort of got it the way that you want it to look, you can actually share it. Now we have two sharing facilities. The first one is with team members, so virtual assistants or co-workers, and then you just hit the share button, or you can share it on social media to make the quote, to make your image go viral. So that's the other thing that you can do, and then you can save it, and you can download it, and you can see that there is a different sort of types of images you can download and save it as. So that's one thing that I wanted to show you. The other one is the text grabber. So you can do sort of a similar thing to what you've just seen, but you can do that with text as well. So if I right click on the text and I get it to here, and then what I can do now is let's have a look at the background facilities. So there is millions of these backgrounds. They're all copyright free. So what do we look at? Say affiliate marketing, or just affiliate. Let's run a quick search. What do we go for? Something that we know is going to be nice and bright to be able to add this image to. So what do we go for this, say, and we can make this just visible. We can play around with the text color, and then again we can filter the image, we can darken it, we can blur it, saturate, hue, brightness and contrast are all things that we can play with as well. So that's another really cool feature that we have. And then what I want to do now, let me just close these down, and let's just go back to the library. So that's your default setting when you log in, and what you need to do is create a new design. And what I want to do now is show you the various design formats that exist. There's quite a few of these, or you can just choose your own custom. And what I also want to show you, we also have merchandise. You can choose t-shirt designs, but what I want to do now is just show you the various templates that we have as well on the software. And so you can either go with a blank template, or you can choose a template from the library. So why don't we go for, say, this lady here, and then you can start the design by clicking the button on the left. So there's no need for a background here because we've already got the image set up. But what we can do again is we can, for example, add a nice quote to this. We just need to be sure that it's going to be visible. So let's make that white. Let's use the preset facility. So there you have it. So we have a nice quote on here, and then you can, again, you can filter the image. So you can do different color effects like that, and you can darken it or lighten it, and you can blur it a little bit or as much as you want, saturate, and then play around with the hue, the brightness, and the contrast. And then once that's done, you can save. But before that, let me just show you some of the icons that we have. So again, there is millions of these, and I'm going to go, I think that's a nice bit of image to go for a Pinterest share, because I want people to share it on Pinterest. So let me move that so all the elements are editable. So I'm just going to have that on the side like that for Pinterest. So that's my icons just there, and as I said, there's loads and loads of these, and we can also add some shapes. So again, there's loads and loads of shapes. Undo, redo, and then you can move a layer back or move a layer forward, and then share, save, and download. So hopefully you found this short tutorial beneficial, and we look forward to seeing you on the inside, enjoying the software. Speak to you soon. All the best.